What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. We have some information on a structure deck that's going to be coming out in Japan. It's called Master of the Pendulum. So I guess they're going to be giving us a whole bunch of new pendulum cards. Right now, this is OCG only, but I mean, it's a structure deck. That means it's eventually going to come to the TCG. We just don't really know when. I remember back in the day, the agent one took forever to get to the TCG, and then when it finally did, they like took Christie out and they changed up some of the cards, and I wasn't too happy about that. So it looks like this one is going to be based on the Magician monsters. They're a new art type. It says new fire, water, wind, and earth monsters. Okay, so are they trying to summon like Captain Planet or something? Some of them apparently are normal pendulums. Oh my goodness, what? Yo, check this. The fire one is the very first pendulum tuner. So what? We got pendulum tuners now? Okay. So what's next? We're gonna have like a pendulum synchro or something? I don't know. So anyways, we're getting a pendulum tuner apparently. And these magician guys are all different like attributes, or at least they cover a bunch of different attributes. It says all four of their names appear to have something to do with dragons. All right, I really hope that this doesn't have to do with like elemental dragons or something, because if it is, these might end up being like broke as shit. Could you imagine if Konami was like, we're gonna remake the elemental dragons. First, we're gonna ban them, and then we're gonna make magicians, and then we're gonna make them just as good as the E-dragons, except we're gonna make them pendulum. Like, I think that would be hype as fuck, honestly. I know that broken cards hurt the game eventually, but I don't care. I like having cake for dinner. All right, so let's see. This is man, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this word. Dragon Veen Magician. It looks like a chick that's sort of like a spider or something like that. She's level 4, 1800 attack, 900 defense. Is she an insect? Nope, she's a spellcaster. Oh, duh, magician. So, and she's pendulum scale 1. And let's see, her pendulum effect says once per turn, if you have a magician card in your other pendulum zone, you can discard one pendulum monster, then target one face-up monster, destroy that target. Okay, so she's a vanilla, so she doesn't actually have an on-field effect, which, I mean, that's fine, whatever. I mean, I guess her stats kind of make up for it. She is 1800, so I guess you can technically rescue rabbit her, and I mean, she has decent stats. She can beat over shit like that. But I'm thinking that most of these, and I actually saw another one of these cards, most of these guys are going to activate if you have another magician in your P scale, then you can just start using their effects. So giving up a pendulum in my hand to blow up a monster on the field, or check that, it doesn't have to be a monster, it just says, no, it has to be a monster. I thought it said face up card, but blowing up a face up monster on the field, I'm okay with that, because it's just a legitimate 1-for-1. The next one is the Dragon Pit Magician. So, yeah, all the names have the word dragon in them. So, okay, maybe they all, like, maybe these are the guys that, like, summoned the elemental dragons or made them or something. Anyways, all right, so this guy is level 7. He's a pendulum scale of 8. 900 attack. Ooh, Konami, you fucking up. What the fuck? 900 attack, 2700 defense. We need to reverse those. This needs to be 2700 attack and like 900 defense. The pendulum, he's a water spellcaster. The pendulum effect says once per turn, if you have a magician card in your other pendulum scale, you can discard one pendulum monster, then target one spell or trap on the field, destroy it. All right, so basically, she is kind of like Soul Taker, and he is MST. As long as you have another magician in the P scale, then you can just start blowing up, speller traps. But it is once per turn, and it does cost you a pendulum monster out of your hand. Now, this was the card that actually got me the most interested. I was like, okay. I was like, it looks like a really powerful dragon. Maybe when you combine all the magicians, or maybe all the magicians summon this dragon or something like that. This is Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. It's a rank 7, and I was like, oh yeah, rank 7. Even more reason that the elemental dragons were banned. So, and actually, now that I look at this card, it kind of looks weird because it kind of looks like it's a combination of like elements and stuff. Like the tail kind of looks like Redox's tail, but I mean, I guess I could be like completely reaching. Anyways, it's 2800 attack and 2500 defense. It is requires 2 level 7s to make, so it is obviously generic. Thus, you would have been able to summon this with the dragon rulers. And it says you can only use each effect of Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon once per turn. When a monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 XC material from this card and negate that attack. Then you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your hand or the graveyard. That seems really, really good. If you're running Odd Eyes, basically, not only do you just get the negate and attack, so it's kind of like a built-in Utopia, but then you just get an Odd Eyes for free. So that's really, really good. And then this effect number 2 is what really got me. If this XC monster is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck, except itself. So that is what I was like, really? So that means basically you can just use like Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. You can search another Pendulum guy. You can make this guy later in the game, and then when it dies, you just get your Odd Eyes summoned to the field for free. So that seems really good, and also seems like a way of making Odd Eyes like very relevant again. I know that Odd Eyes became a little too slow for the Cleefort deck, but I don't know. Maybe there's going to be another deck out there that uses Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. To me, this card seems really good. Now, again, it has a Utopia built in, and I think much like Utopia, if you attack, then your opponent Mirror Forces, you can activate the effect to stop your own attack. Thus, the Mirror Force like won't be able to do anything. I'm pretty sure that that's the way. Oh, no, not Mirror Force, but Valk. Yeah, you can stop Valk because Mirror Force destroys the card whether the attack actually happens or not. But like if this card attacked and you had like 3 other monsters on board, and your opponent used Valk, you could basically stop your own attack with its effect, and then your rest of your monsters could essentially go through because the Valk didn't actually stop the attack, it stopped itself. So this card actually could have some pretty decent applications, but let me know what you guys think. I think it's kind of interesting that they're building another art type completely based on spellcasters and magicians, and it looks like they're going to have some interaction with dragons. Thank you guys for watching, as always.